going into meeting. So first off, roll call.
Alyssa Heim.
Here.
Benny Paradia.
Present.
Colleen Shower. Here. And if I say your name wrong, please let me know so I can correct it. Dan Molitor.
Here.
Kate McAllen.
Here.
Blah Tao.
Present.
Alex Abraha.
Here.
Lincoln Schmidt.
Here.
Taylor Wardell.
Here.
John Allen.
Here.
Amina Mose.
Here.
Melissa Cortez.
Here.
Jake Blanchett.
Here.
Kim Trans excused. Sarah Huddleston. Here. Fatima Mafana.
Here.
Jasmine Tappan.
Here.
Elizabeth Yang. Here. Nash Meeker.
Here.
Ashi Jafaru.
Here.
Shamara Duwarachi.
Here.
Chris Hurd. Be a couple minutes late. Sandy Love. Here. Casey Marquardt. Here. Ashley Bredesen. Here. Lauren Steinbach is excused. Logan Mysick.
Here.
Ian Minchow.
Here.
So while that comes up, we're gonna go move executive reports. First off, President Alyssa Heim.
Hi guys, I'm Alyssa. I'm sure I've seen all of you sometime, and for all the new reps, that's who I am. I just want to give you a quick update on fall enrollment. So your student fee was based on a specific number of people attending Hamlin. So all the budgets are based on that enrollment charge and whatnot. It hasn't officially come out yet, but it should in the next couple of days. But from estimates, we're about 15 short. That won't affect a lot, as between all the students, 15 people isn't that much. But just so you know, it's about 15 short. So like our budget will change a little because we won't have enough money, that type of thing. Just so you know that. We're having a sexual violence conversation week, November 7th through the 13th or something like that. We are for sure having a speaker come in. I have emailed Keith Edwards, not Keith Ellison, Keith Edwards, who's a graduate of Hamlin and now teaches at McAllister, to come and talk about sexual violence. We are for sure partnering with SAC. I'm setting up a meeting with them and Jason Verdugo to talk about this more. So it'll be kind of an all-campus event, partnering with many different people, that type of thing. So a sexual violence event, and then commuters. We won't have GA next week, but the following GA, because the next week is not here rally. So October 7th is our next GA, and we'll have commuters come in for a commuter discussion. What do commuters need? What are their wants? That type of thing. That morning, HUSC will be giving out donuts, hot chocolate, and coffee at the parking lots for commuters to come in from 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. on that Tuesday. So tell your commuter friends that we will be out there supporting them, whatever, and we'll also be telling them to come to GA, tell us what you need, that sort of thing. And then the President Search Committee, we'll be talking later about that for today. So what do the students want to see from the next president? What do we like? What do we need? What do we not need? That type of thing. What attributes do you want? That's going to be very important because there will be a discussion when the search committee comes in to talk with students. What do you want? And I kind of want to get a head start so I can report back. What do we want as a president, from students, since the university is focused on students? That's all I have.
Cool. Next up, me. As far as what I've done this week, I've met with Vina and the C2C community for the Not Here rally, which is next Thursday, as Alyssa already says. You guys should all attend because we're going to have a GA. And it's kind of just to state our values and things that we do not tolerate here at Hamlin. Also, with what Alyssa said about the commuters, I've just been working on the logistics of it, working on catering to get coffee and chocolate, and I'll get donuts and other part. But yeah, that's my report. Next up, Economics Affairs Chair Lincoln Schmidt.
I'm excited to get the ball rolling with the EAC committee, but other than that, no report.
Thank you. Next up, Political Affairs, Jake McAllen.
Well, we got through elections relatively painlessly. There's 2 open spots yet, which otherwise every position is filled, so that's wonderful. Otherwise, I have the committees made up, which I'll be presenting in new business shortly. Other than that, no report.
Thank you. Next up, Secretary Evelyn Nicholas.
No report other than excused absences, and if you know you'll be late or if you won't be at GA from one of your committee meetings.
Thank you. Next up, Treasurer Dan Mullen.
Evelyn, could you remind me what my report was that I sent you? That's the one thing I forgot.
Sure.
Sorry.
Just that you've been working with dining services for
Yes,
catering
that's
charges.
what it was. Okay, so there's an issue where some of our catering charges were being charged to the wrong account, so I've been working with them to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. And then I'll be reaching out to the budget manager of that account to exchange the funds back, so we're not having that issue. The other thing is to talk a little bit more about the possibility of being short on student enrollment or whatever, and how that affects the budget. Yeah. For as far as like how the budget works, the executive board will take the hit on that. So the student orgs will still have all the money that was budgeted to them, and then I'll run the numbers this week and report back next week and determine, hopefully, if I can reach out to accounting and figure out the exact numbers, but we'll be able to figure out how much that will affect us, and then if we need to take money from reserve fund possibly to cover that. So.
Cool. Thank you. Next up, Student Organization Chair, Alex.
We've actually figured out first. We actually had our first meeting. Also, for the SOC committee. Also, we figured out the days for the all org meeting. So that's being finalized, and yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Thank you. Next up, Board of Elected Representatives, Colleen Shower.
Yep. So this week I worked on the binders that you'll all be getting at the end of the meeting. And then I also want everyone to sign up for the meeting times that they're available. I saw a lot of you did, so thank you for that. For those of you that didn't, just please sign up. And then we'll have our first meeting sometime next week. And if you already indicated to me that whatever day doesn't work, you'll be excused for that, but I expect everyone else to come.
Thank you. Next up, Public Relations Chair, Taylor Morgan.
Well, first of all, welcome to all the new reps. It's great that you're here. I'm excited to meet my PRC committee, and I'm just working to create publicity for our specialized GA schedule.
Thanks. Next up, Technological Coordinator, Lautau.
I'd like to congratulate everyone for showing up for GA today. And congrats to the new reps. Welcome aboard. I sent out an email information about providing information to me and a photo. If you guys don't have a photo, I have office hours Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 1 to 2 p.m. So I can take your headshot nicely outside of the Terrence. And you can probably, and report.
Cool. Thank you. Next up, Administrative Report, Alan Sickford.
Two things real quickly is that the media board is up and we'll have their first meeting this month. The media board is made up of the Fulcrum, the Oracle, and radio station, and they have representatives who are the editors or the chiefs of each of their areas and their advisor. But we do have probably at least 3 open seats available for students to become part of that media board. They set the budgets for those 3 organizations, so and they have usually an open forum as part of one of our GA meetings. I haven't had a chance to talk to Elizabeth as she serves on the Presidential Search Committee, but Kathy Wasberg has informed me and is going to be in touch with you that yesterday your committee hired a firm to lead the search, and part of that process will be the representatives from this firm will meet with various constituencies of the campus to learn what is it we're looking for in a president. So Kathy will be working with Alyssa about setting up some times. Actually, the dates are the 8th and the 9th of October. I don't know the times yet, but
It's all day. And I kind of mentioned this before. We're at the end of this. We're gonna have a needs and wants thing of the president, but it's the 8th and 9th. It's all day. So whenever they're gonna be here all day.
But it sounds to me like they're going to set aside specific
Yep.
times that we need to make sure students are at.
Yep.
So I
And
just
so
don't-
then we'll set up forums for students to come to or whatnot.
And then the only other thing that I was going to say is that I think I mentioned this last week that Steve Anderson has been hired as our new disability resources director, and he starts next Monday. So we're anxious to have him aboard in division. So.
Sweet. Next up, Wendy Burns, Director of Student Activities. So since there's no unfinished business, we're gonna move on to new business. So new representatives, can you come up? It's painless.
This side of the over.
We want to make sure that you guys are all.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Cool, so these are new representatives, and we're just gonna go down the line and say your name, your position, and your favorite cookie, and something interesting about you. So your name, your representative title, your favorite cookie, something interesting. Who wants to volunteer?
I'll go first.
Sweet.
I'm Melissa Cortez. I am a senior representative. My favorite cookie is just the basic warm chocolate chip. And something interesting, I don't know if you guys got to see on the website, but I was an extra in a soccer movie. Don't watch it, it's a kid's movie and it's terrible. But, I just figured out that I have 20 solid minutes of actual screen time, which is funny and but it's not good, so don't watch it.
So we should watch it, right? Yeah.
What movie is it?
It's called Soccer Mom. It stars Emily Osment, and her mom is Missy Pyle, and then Master P's in it. It's a weird movie.
Alright, so I'm Fatima Mohammed, and I will be one of the sophomore representatives. My favorite cookie, I'll probably agree with Melissa and just go the classic gooey chocolate chip cookie. Yeah. And then a fun fact about myself. I did summer research this past summer, which is pretty cool.
Hi, I'm Sarah Huddleston, and I'm also a sophomore rep. My favorite cookie is an M&M cookie, and an interesting fact about me is that I'm allergic to apples. Yeah, it's
I'm Jake Blanchett. I'm a junior representative. My favorite cookie is Snickerdoodle, and my favorite something interesting about me is that I work at Valley Fair Amusement Park.
My name is Ian Michel. I am the Heights representative. My favorite cookie would be a sugar cookie or a chocolate chip. And something interesting about me, I was once in a TV commercial where I was just an extra and I stood in the back with 30 people and had no lines, but I was there. It counts.
A commercial for what?
No, I think it was actually for college. It was some community college. I wouldn't go there. But.
I'm Nash Meeker. I'm a first year rep. I think I would choose the Perkins cookie where it's the half and half. So it's half sugar, half chocolate chip, the best thing, especially when it's warm. And I am a dual citizen of both the United States and Canada.
I'm Ashley Bredesen. I'm the Soren Hall Council. My favorite cookie is at a mall, and I had an Oreo cookie, and I had no idea what was in it, but it was really good. And an interesting fact is that, I always go to this, I won my school's first lip syncing contest singing High School Musical Bop to the Top, which was so much fun.
My name is Elizabeth Ying. I'm a first year rep. My favorite cookie is the Girl Scout cookie, the Thin Mints one. Yes. And an interesting fact is that I have a very big soft spot for animals, and I cry every year when I see them at this thing.
So I'm Jasmine Tappan. I'm also a first year representative. My favorite cookie would be oatmeal raisin. And something interesting is I completed an internship in marketing this past summer.
Alright, I'm Logan Mysick. I'm a representative for Drew. And I guess my favorite cookie would have to be the old classic chocolate chip, very plain. And I guess something interesting about myself, let's see. I used to be able to lick my own elbow, but I don't know if I can do it anymore.
So congratulations, can we give him a round of applause?
Everyone should stay after GA's now so I can take your pictures for PR stuff.
Next up, Taylor will come up and say, or you can stay there. The committees.
Yeah, I'm not fancy. I don't have them on a computer or anything.
Can you submit it?
No.
Yes.
So listen up, and write it down because you'll be using this for Jeopardy.
Alright, so
Just write down which one you're in. You don't have to worry about everybody else. Just write down which one you're in.
okay, starting with the EAC committee, which is under Lincoln Schmidt, Dan Molitor. There will be Amina Mose, Kim Tran, Jake Blanchett, Logan Misek, and Ian Minchow. Again, that's Amina Mose, Kim Tran, Jake Blanchett, Logan Misek, and Ian Minchow. Under the public relations, which is under Taylor Waddell, there will be Jasmine Tappan, Elizabeth Yang, Lauren Steinbeck, Ashley Bredesen, and Dawn Allen. Again, Jasmine Tappan, Elizabeth Yang, Lauren Steinbeck, Ashley Bredesen, and Dawn Allen. And the best one of all, PAC, would be Melissa Cortez, Fatima Mohammed, Sarah Huddleston, and Nash Meeker. Melissa, Fatima, Sarah, and Nash. And those are your committees.
Cool. So next up, you guys see that weird email that it was upside down that I sent you? You're supposed to study it, but no cheating. Computers away, Chris. Yes.
Quick question, will we know when, the committees meet?
You'll stay after GA if there's time, and you'll meet with your head. So like you'll meet with Tate, and then you'll decide. And he may do a doodle. He may just be like, hey, if you all can meet at the same time, why not? But you'll stay after, meet with your committee head to talk about that stuff. I think I forwarded it to you. Are you gonna haul that? Are you gonna haul that?
Cool. So if you're in a committee, you're gonna be with your committee members. If you're not in a committee and you're a rep, you're gonna be with Colleen. She's the BR chair of Board of Elected Representatives. Does that make sense? So get with your committees. Board members, please choose a committee that has the least amount of people. Okay.
Jake Logan. Ken is not here.
Peter
Logan.
PRC. Let's just sit over here.
Yeah, let's just read the back.
Okay. I'm not cheating. I'm putting some what? Twitter. It's my job. Taylor. Yes. What? You did my Okay. So wait, let me make sure I'm like at least properly. Yes, it is. I'm sure I have You I was here last year, like, okay, at the very end.
No.
Things that are so sequenced. I'm almost done. Just get me out. So then you were. I'm just looking at marketing.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right over here. Did someone just say a change? We're on team. Oh. You don't like it?
Alright, you guys. You guys have 3 minutes to pick a name. It could be just 3 minutes.
I say PAC and then
Alright, so we have over here team. Huh?
No, there's only one team.
Team High Sox.
You can't do that.
Hey, there's two members here.
Team High Sox. In the EAC committee we have team
Misers.
Misers.
Misers. Misers.
Okay. PRC committee we have
Team help besides your defeat. You're all going down.
besides your defeat. With PAC we have team.
Cold Bear Nation Super PAC.
Open Nation Super PAC. Cool. And with BI we have team.
We have the motherless children.
Oh. Thanks for letting us know. Alright, you guys listen up. So, the categories are definitions 1, definitions 2, voting rules 1, voting rules 2, committees. I was very creative with the names, as you can tell. So does everybody know how to play Jeopardy?
Except for Jenny.
Yeah.
I love her.
That's what she's saying. Cool.
So just like each team goes around their room, so we can just spread around the room, and if you guys don't get it, then another team can.
Question, how are we like, is it whoever raises their hand first or what? And you're gonna be telling?
And you can raise your hand, ask her the question.
But it's like to a specific team first, right? That's how it usually is. It's like your team and then they can take it away if you can't answer it.
Yeah.
We can do it. It's
Point of information.
Wow.
What do we have to place our answers with what in front of it? Like what is?
Oh. Okay, I have a question. Is there a prize for the winners?
You get a hug from me.
No! No one wants that.
You're going down.
Alright, anyways, moving on. So,
Isn't it usually like one group goes and then they take it away from another?
No, that's
Yeah, it's whoever like buzzes
That's
in.
Family Feud.
alright.
Family Feud.
So, I will read the question. Well, one team will go first, and I'll just go like that. And then,
We'll
you
see
guys can, anybody
whoever
can
raises
answer.
their hand first.
But they get to pick the question.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't lose points.
No, there's no losers here.
I'm really bad.
There's no losers.
I would like to establish a rule.
Oh my gosh.
No hand raising before the question is like wild questions.
Yeah, that is a rule.
Question
So,
after
I have to read the question first, and then you guys can raise your. Alright. So, Team High Sox.
Yes.
Which one would you like to pick?
No, what?
You got 5 seconds.
Alright.
Definitions for
No. We're gonna do definitions for 5.
Alright.
Wait, can we change?
No, let's go.
Communities for 5. Communities for 5.
Definitions for 5. Definitions for 5. Also, you guys have the timer. It's 10 seconds.
To answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 seconds. So the question is, this term is used when a member needs more information on emotions.
Wait, you said committees for 5.
Why did none of us raise our hands?
Point of information. Wait, why is she answering? Don't we have to answer?
No, it's the first person.
Whoever raises their
I think
It is point of information.
This is really fancy.
Do you know that answer?
That's cool.
Yes. Okay. Don't we do it?
The misers.
We're going.
Yeah.
What would you like your question?
Committees for 25.
Oh.
Wow, education.
Counts the perfect.
The Capital Improvement Fund is.
Dan was ready.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
$57,000.
Wrong! Isn't it like 58?
I rounded up. It's like I rounded
It's
up.
like 57.5, isn't it?
It's a little bit less than 5.
Oh!
Yeah, good Dan.
Your team.
Damn. I know.
No.
Come and just say no. Question.
No.
A public Subsidizing
Can you get a sock question in there?
Yeah. So PYD. PYD. Okay.
What do you
What do we want, guys? Let's go. Okay. Definitions 2 for 25.
Definitions 2?
Yeah. Oh.
When a motion is referred to a committee, but a member thinks more information needs to be discussed at the assembly.
Oh my god.
Go.
Yes.
Recall?
Yes, it is.
Oh. Time was up. Time was up though.
Yeah.
A massive group over there. 30 of them.
You're just jealous.
Yeah,
We're a separate team.
Are you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, you're next door over there.
Alright,
Stop complaining.
I'm complaining.
Colbert something.
Okay.
We just call us the Packers.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, so
Does promo?
No, you have to, she has to read the question first.
Come on.
Who does promo items?
That's not a question.
Okay.
That's a statement.
I would so raise my hand if I knew what the actual question was. Who does promo?
Can you read the intended question?
I think that's unfair.
Yeah,
Oh, we most have.
well, you guys are confusing. Okay, you guys.
You guys raise your hand.
Yes. Do you like raise it at the same time?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I raised my hand.
Oh, you're yeah, exactly. You're still losing.
Motherless children.
Us? Okay, let's do committees for 20.
Committees for 20.
Alright.
You can raise your hand until after I read the question.
Or fill it out after.
Okay, none of them were actually question format, just to let you know.
Jenny.
I have never played, okay? Alright, the question is. This committee is in charge of elections.
You guys like raised your hand before the question.
That was all I read.
Before the question.
We waited.
After the
Everyone did. It's not just me.
We waited.
Okay, now.
No, I said we
now-
should.
Okay, so now
Now
we
we raise our
Okay,
hands.
obviously.
Evelyn, you're not looking over here. I don't know why you're not.
Looking straight.
Yeah, you're looking at me.
Alright, who was it? Taylor.
This is not a democratic.
Thank you.
I only have.
No, thank you, Evelyn.
Okay.
Nobody's waiting
Next time they
till.
read
guys.
the questions.
You can't raise your hand until after your question.
Or else your team will not be able to answer it.
That's the one.
At all.
We'll go back to Team High Sox.
Now I'm looking at you.
5 seconds. You take
We'll
forever.
do committees for 15. I feel like that's us.
Committees for 15.
Yeah.
HUSC stands for.
What?
Raise your hands.
Oh, United Chair. Committee.
Chair.
Chair.
Pick one.
Chair.
That is incorrect.
I would just put my elbow down.
I already answered y'all.
I knew it was us.
Oh.
Way to go.
Oh, I knew it. That's my title. That's my title.
You're the sock chick.
You're the soccer team.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's not
Embarrassing. For a GA.
I think it's up.
Don't judge me.
Alright, next up. Misers.
Definitions for 15.
Definitions for 15. Do not raise your hand until I read the question.
We follow the rules.
To move a discussion to a later time.
Wait.
exactly both of you guys at the same time. I'm just gonna say Taylor because if it's at the same time, I'm gonna go back and forth.
Can we do standing up? Can we do standing instead of
Table this.
Yeah, that's
We
a
can
good idea.
also-
Stand up.
Alright, what is it?
The table. The table.
Nice. Nice.
We gotta see more. Oh.
It is a close race for everyone.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, right. Voting rules. Yeah. Voting rules.
Oh, wow. Oh, one.
No, just.
Filling in a vacancy of executive board needs the majority vote by.
I saw your hand.
Okay, I'm gonna go 2/3. Oh well, I mean,
Oh, wait.
same number.
It's a HUSC.
Dan!
The House Council.
You should
No, Dan! Dan is
I've been at House for 4 years. I knew the answer.
Of course, the mind dog. Just give it to him. He knew it. Did you cheat or did you actually know it?
It was up on the.
I didn't. Yeah. He's smart. I didn't know that. Whatever.
Oh wait, let's do it again.
Alright,
There's so
ready?
many questions.
Yeah, we got a lot. Yeah, they shouldn't.
No, no.
Alright, they won't get one. Alright, my mistake, sorry. Who was next? Packers.
Voting rules for 10.
To make a constitutional amendment, you need.
So what's that?
2/3 of the student body. Just kidding. 2/3 of the student body.
Just go for first.
Who was this?
Voting rules 10.
1 or 2?
2.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, Melinda's turn.
Alright. Dude, I got so confused.
Okay, sure.
Voting rules 220.
To overturn decisions made by EAC, you need.
Taylor.
I think it's 2/3 majority of the HUSC council of the HUSC council. Just say that. 2/3 majority of the HUSC. Or of the assembly.
Pick one.
What?
Pick one. What's that? How many?
HUSC council. We'll just say.
2/3 by House Council.
Yeah.
Versus this one. That is correct.
Oh!
Oh, just FYI, House Council means like all of your representatives are elected. Does that make sense?
Yeah. 20 points for team.
Team High Sox.
We got this time. Stop saying that. Alright, we're gonna please survive.
Committee survive.
Stop, don't say that. It's only one more committee left.
Challenge Grant Conference and contingency funds need 2/3 vote by.
Law. I mean, not law. Okay,
Thanks.
sorry, you guys raised your hand.
The Economic Affairs Committee.
I did. I was so
Brent,
ready
I don't
for
know
the
your.
finish.
Team two.
Team 2.
Team two.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Are we picking?
Yeah.
Oh, definitions 1 for 25.
Sorry, take
25.
25. Oh, 25.
How do you
My
love
bad. Remember, don't raise your hand. Or read question.
Colleen?
Use to refer a motion into a committee.
Motion to commit.
Wow. That's correct too.
Yeah, come in.
Wait, no, they're tied. They're tied. Shit. That's that.
No.
Do you guys want to stop at a certain time? Since it's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're bored.
Okay.
Okay. 25 voting rules number 1.
Cancer. Dan, that was
Two-thirds vote by the HUSC council.
We get negative. That's what it said in the bylaw thingy.
Oh, after VR. Just so you guys know, there's 2 steps to that. It's 15 signatures approved by VR, and then that person comes in front of GA, and then GA has to approve them also.
Alright, next up.
Yeah, well, we can stop.
Just hug his arm.
Voting rules 2 for 20 billion.
Reserve fund uses requires blank vote of HUD council.
Dan?
You didn't wait.
Oh,
This, though.
you suck.
You didn't wait. I did.
Good as. Holy crap, team 2.
Team 2.
Mother and child's
Definitions 220.
I'm sorry.
20.
When a member thinks the assembly needs to further consider a motion already voted upon.
Dan?
Motion to discuss. Okay.
Motion to reconsider.
Got it.
Team 1.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about team 1 is.
Team 1.
Penalty for guessing, right?
Team 1 is Debbie
No
Baker.
penalty for guessing. Motherless children.
I tried. You pick me.
Stop.
Is it us? Okay. You know, we're gonna go for a definitions 1 for 20. Can you not laugh?
This tactic is used to kill emotion.
What?
Oh,
Dan.
You did have your hand up.
Did I say that?
In table indefinitely. Indefinitely?
Should I? Alright.
It was 2, right? Oh, you're right, sorry.
Okay.
So? It's so funny.
Voting rules 15. Voting rules 1.
To be chartered, you need to have 2/3 by the
Melissa?
HUSC council.
I'm giving the points I needed.
There's no penalty for guessing.
writing.
Okay. Definitions 115.
The process used to change a motion under consideration.
Motion to amend.
Two.
You guys should include your group.
Can we see the board?
Yeah.
For the purpose of
Don't give them points.
it's team 3, obviously.
Team 2.
It is team 2.
Team 4.
I think so too, yeah.
Still voting rules.
Yeah.
15, yeah.
Dude.
HUSC budget must be approved by the HUSC council by
2/3.
That's a good one.
Wait.
That-
What?
Fourth this of the HUSC council.
Oh, sorry, you were right.
I'm down for 4.
40 points away.
If we're not into it.
We could. If we get one. Hey, not. Thank you.
Oh, is it your turn? And even if they go, it can still be definitions.
Definitions time.
And it's like,
One.
what about?
this term is used when a member introduces a topic that has no relevance to the point at hand.
Point of information.
No. No.
Oh.
Point of order.
Order.
Hold up. Good. Voting rules 2 for comment.
A motion is made to end the meeting.
I think that was a hand first.
Motion to adjourn.
Sally.
Oh, that's
That was, yeah, that was right.
I think you said the wrong.
Definitions too.
We can pick again, I don't mind.
right. I messed up.
Give us a 5 points.
So that's
Yes, he won.
Jerry,
He won.
It was 4.
Yeah, can we get 2 points?
4 actually. We them all right.
See, I don't like it.
I'll go our way up.
It's a struggle.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll
That's
be
weird.
top.
Who's next?
It's those people up there.
No,
Two,
Joe.
team two.
Oh, team two.
We're gonna go definitions 2 for 10.
To end the debate immediately.
I'll rescind my hand.
I'll rescind my hand. Daily double team.
Come on, raise your hand.
He won.
Come on, raise your hand.
I mean, we will if no one.
Just raise it. Anyone.
Is it motion and discussion?
That is correct.
Wow.
Game 2.
Alright, CYD.
The one that the clicker's on.
The one.
Bylaw changes need blank votes by General Assembly.
I have no idea.
Major? No, what were you gonna say?
2/3.
Oh, that.
That's a good.
Believe in the team.
2/3?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Good. I'm glad we voted for you. I was gonna say majority. I was gonna say
3.
Team 1.
Now we're in 4th.
We need to maintain our lead, otherwise we can't catch up to us. Make sure they can't.
Capital government needs 2/3 vote by.
Oh, she went. You started.
He was up first.
I'm team HUSC. Team one.
Leave.
Nice guy.
Alex, you better never get committee stuff.
Hey, it hurts. It hurts on the inside. Okay, a little bit. Just a little bit of the inside. Are they? They
40 was 1. No. Yeah. What'd you say? Well, no, it's council. Council is
No, but you still
it's already here.
Our committee. Come on, yo.
Give it to Alex, because I really think that's what they were
No,
going to
that's
Nobody gets points. Okay, last one. To refer something to a committee, you need.
Thank you. I hope you're trying. So first, something to a committee, you need.
2/3 vote by House Council.
Hey, we're tied there.
I'm okay with
I'm not okay.
Oh, yeah.
Final question.
Alright, we'll probably all have points in. Let's do this.
Alright, 50. Final question worth 50 points.
What?
So no matter what we win. Oh, we can tie.
Alright, you do not raise your hand until I read the question.
What would you like to risk? Risk it all. Risk it all. Risk it all.
What majority does there need to be to amend transition papers?
Oh.
Come on, guys, you got it.
We'll just say majority. No.
That is incorrect.
Okay, then we'll just say.
We bet
Oh,
zero.
somebody else.
Dan raised his hand.
That is correct. No, that's it.
Oh my god, we
Whatever,
tied.
time's up. Time's up.
We all get hugs.
They can't change it.
Yeah, we're tied for second.
Type it first.
At least we're not.
You guys are tied.
We'll be called the roll for.
Type it first. Alright, whatever.
Everyone's moving.
Yeah, give me a hug later. After.
Okay, we still have stuff to do, guys. Okay.
Good job.
So today's day discussion is what are good representing qualities for the president of Hamlin University.
You guys hear that?
So our day discussion is what are good qualities for a president of Hamlin University. So Alyssa, can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so Dean Zipper mentioned it before, but we're going to be having forums profile of the new president. And our next meeting is before we'll have a general assembly, so this is our last general assembly before the meeting. So I wanted to kind of hear from all of you, what are qualities that we are looking for the new Hamlin president? Anything. Are we looking for someone who came from a university who has experience? Are we looking for someone who came from the business world? Like things like that. Like anything that you think would make a good quality of the new president.
Alan Ziegler, can I ask you to say what does the president do currently?
Let me just say a couple things. The president is basically hired by the Board of Trustees and charged by the Board of Trustees for the overall day-to-day operation of the university. So the higher staff be responsible for our hiring of his or her particular administrative staff, but then having kind of the operational point of responsibility. As opposed, that's what the board does not do, is the day-to-day. So this person's hired by them to lead the operation of the university. So relationship with faculty, relationship with students, relationship with the staff, in particular who that person hires, responsible for hiring the vice presidents that make up that person's cabinet and leadership team. Does that help?
Yep. So they also are, their goal is to raise money for the university. That's another
thing is, is it probably very important to the fundraising effort. Also, overall responsibility, obviously with the help of the finance VP, but the budget, the consideration of fees and tuition, discussions and decisions. Even though the board makes that final decision, it's the president's staff who brings that to them for consideration.
Perfect.
I would say, I don't think it's the biggest one, but someone who either has experience in working in diversity or somebody who is diverse. So, it could even be younger, not significantly younger, but younger, somebody of color, maybe, something like that. I think that's crucial to Hamlin, because we've been traditionally a white school, so, and we're very rich in our history, but I think Hamlin definitely talks about diversity. It's in our what's the thing that mission statement. There you go. So I think that'll be crucial when looking for another president.
Other thoughts?
Yeah, I have something to follow up with that if I can find a percentage. I think it's something around, here. The search firm we picked, 25% of the people they've hired for presidency have been people of color. 42% of them have been women. Just, I didn't get the statistics. But just so you guys know, that was a question asked. It's public information you can find, but just so, to kind of give you an idea that was talked.
I mean, we do have a woman president,
Yeah.
so
Yep.
that's a big step, and
Yep.
I think that's crucial.
Did you say it was of all
Of-
time? Of all Hamlin's history?
That's not Hamlin's, that's
Oh,
the
that's-
search, it's a nation,
okay.
it's a national search firm and all of that, 25%. I wouldn't really publish that anywhere, just so.
I was just wondering.
It's
Yeah,
public,
big-
yeah.
big numbers.
Yep.
Historically, maybe just a piece of information, the vast majority of presidents come from an academic background. In other words, they have been a faculty member, a tenured faculty member, have then worked their way up through administrative positions like being a dean or a provost. I mean, not that happens all the time. President Hansen did not have that track record. She came from a diverse or a development or a fundraising background, and there are occasions where we vary from that, but historically, that's what the majority of presidents are. So it's a question, again, from a student viewpoint, is that what you think is important, as you talk with faculty and staff on campus, or do you not want that? I mean, so I just wanted that as an information filler as well.
Something that I've been hearing lately is, why doesn't Eric Jensen just become president? And I think it's not, Eric Jensen's, a great man. But I think that interaction that he's been able to bring with the students and making a connection between, our administration and the students. I think that's also crucial because, you know, just that statement, it's like, oh yeah, Eric Johnson should be president, like he'd be great, you know, people like him. But I think when we search for a president, you know, somebody who really wants to interact with the students and because, you know, that's why they're here.
I think you kind of answered this second half of the first thing you said is that, you know, there may be internal candidates. I mean, it would be up to Provost Jensen or Wendy or anyone who internally that would maybe put in their hat in it. But I think that, again, no matter if everybody said yes to that person, there would still be a process. You know, so a process of a nomination, a screening, and, you know, working that way to a final list of candidates. So no matter we're external, and there certainly will be a national, I'm sure, advertisement about this, there will still be a process to hire internal and external. So just to know that. It would be really rare, at least in my experience, that somebody, even no matter how popular it might be, would just say, well, you know, we're not going to have a search, we're just going to hire Wendy to be the president. So just so you kind of know that process. But I think the willingness to communicate and be seen as by students as someone willing to meet and do all the things that you discussed, that's a characteristic I think is really worth talking about.
John?
Hi. I think I would like to see a president that was understood veterans and non-traditional students, and that actually would, you know, Hamlin keeps getting these awards for being veteran friendly, but you need to do more. I'm not going to go into the weeds. You need more. You need to do more than say you're veteran friendly and win awards. And so I think that a president that understood that and that would direct some funding, you know, maybe to the Dean Sitberg's office to maybe hire that point person within the veterans organization that can answer questions, that can lobby for us, etc., would be a good thing. And I also agree with Melissa, what she said, because it's very important. This neighborhood here around Hamlin is changing, and the students here are changing. And we've heard, I had a cousin that graduated from here in the 80s. Her name was Lisa Tonette Battle. And I just ran into her about a week and a half ago. And one of the questions she said just out of the blue, are they still talking about doing diversity? This is like 1985 when she graduated. I said, yeah. You know, and that just like was really shocking to hear that from her, and I didn't even prompt her or anything. She was like, you know, and so if we keep talking and talking and talking and having placeholders appointed to deal with it, I think the president should address that head on, because in 5 years the campus is going to look a lot different than it looks today.
I would like to see someone that has experience or has lived what they call the grit factor, so they know what it's like to not have a lot of money or come from a place of privilege, because even beyond just standard diversity roles we put people in, I think it's good to have someone that understands what it's like, kind of what Don and Melissa were saying about coming from a different, students will be coming from a different place, and having someone that knows what that's like, whether that be through volunteering with those organizations or actually living through a more serious situation.
Knowing that Hamlet is a nonprofit, I'd like someone to have experience in fund involvement along with public relations skills.
I think surrounding the controversy around Hamlin and the community right now, it'd be nice to have someone who's worked with neighborhoods before, or has worked with people that aren't just university students and staff.
And touching on both those points and yours, yeah, somebody who has invested in either their community or a community, whether it's, you know, the business world or, you know, any nonprofit sector, any of those, somebody who is committed, you know, to community in the sense of like that has invested in, especially because, you know, there is some stuff going on with Hamlin and the community. So I think, you know, we're the Hamlin Midway. We're such a crucial part to this neighborhood that I think somebody that understands that and is willing to, you know, be more accessible to the community.
I'm
So good qualities for president. I want the president to be there for their students. To have education as number one, who make time for students, who goes to these events that student orgs put or what we do on campus. To kind of like, hey, thank you guys for doing this. As president, to appreciate to see what each student has made an impact on the campus.
So I think what Law's getting at is like accountability, or like accessibility even, so someone who's open to students, but I think also visibility is important. Someone who we can see like maybe on campus, someone who we know like we can see as a public figure, but someone who's also like not afraid to like be approachable and also like engage with students. And not just be like in their office, doing work, but like also walking around and like, getting to know the student body.
Since it's almost 12:30, I would like to ask who we send these. If we think of something later, where does that go to?
Yeah, we
You're
need
the
to.
representative, right?
Yep, I'm on the committee. Send any thoughts you have to me. I can't say anything that the committee will be doing or what the committee says, anything. But I will bring this forward, whatnot. And we do need to end discussion as the committees need to meet with their new reps. But yeah, conversation doesn't have to end. If you have any thoughts, if your peers have thoughts, anything like that, send it my way.
Alright, so moving on, just a couple of announcements. You will probably get this in a minute, but see, these are special topics that are coming up. So the 7th will be the adjunct and GA. So we'll be coming here and talking about that. October 28th.
It's now going to be November 4th.
Oh.
Just changed literally yesterday.
Oh, my bad.
Election day.
Yeah.
November 4th. Okay. So the 28th, health services will come and will discuss about the changes they're helping direct.
November 4th, health services will come.
Oh, my bad. So November 4th, health services will come and talk about the changes. November 11th, Title IX, also Patty Klein and Aaron Hans will be coming and talk about the changes that are happening with Title IX and their positions within the Title IX. And November 18th, the VP of Business and Finance and Technology is coming here to present herself and talking about the plan going on with going forward.
And the trustee forum is December 2nd. And no GA next week.
So announcements, no GA next week, not here rally, September 30th in Old Main Mall, 11:30 to 12:30, be there. Save the date for October 19th where we're gonna have a representative retreat, and it's gonna be fun.
It's at 2 p.m. We're gonna go to Como Zoo, go to dinner afterwards, or go to someone's house and have dinner. So we're gonna meet at Anderson probably, or the Bishop. We'll send out an email at 2 p.m. No fees for you. We're gonna cover all dinner, all expenses. We'll probably need drivers, but that's it. So October 19th at 2 p.m. Let us know if you can go. Let us know if you cannot go. So RSVP either way to Evelyn, if you can go or if you cannot go.
Cool. Is there a motion to adjourn?